I'm Connie Fitzgerald with Remax Closers, and I'm keeping it real in real estate.
You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way.
So today we want to talk about pros and cons of a pool. Question that we get quite a bit. Well, let me tell you, on the resale side of things, you don't get the return as much as you've spent on putting in that beautiful custom in-ground pool. Doesn't matter if it's fiberglass, doesn't matter if it's Goodnight, there's an infinite value put on a pool by an appraiser, and that is what we get. It is very limited, so I advise my clients, when you're putting in an in-ground pool, do it because you want it, you can use it, and have the longevity of it while you're at your current home. And yes, a backyard is still the #1 thing that clients are looking for in this day and age and time. It's very important. We're kind of moving out of the pandemic, and people want that backyard still even more. In fact, there's a 2-year waiting list in our area to put in an in-ground pool. So the con is you gotta wait 2 years. The pro is you have a little more time to save money to get to that pool. We get the question a lot, is it salt water or chlorine? And clearly there's such a distinction between the two. I know the chlorine is great for keeping the bacteria down and the germs, but it's also sometimes challenging for people on their skin and hair. Where the salt water, you feel a little bit more buoyant, it feels more natural, it's good for the hair, the skin, things of that nature. Some of the things to think about when you have children, how deep is that pool going to be? And then you also have to think about, swimming lessons, life vests, being a fence around the pool. Do you get a liner? In fact, they make auto covers now, so you can press a button, auto cover goes on, and that is a wonderful tool. That's something you may think of. Yes, they're a little pricey too to put in, but they can even put them on free-forming pools as well. A lot of people don't know that. When you put the pool in, sometimes you have to think about the outer landscaping. How much patio area am I going to need around that pool? So the pro is you get to design some things the way you want it. Do I need a diving board? Because at the end of the pool, is it going to be deep? Do I need lights? Does it need to be heated? It depends. If you want it heated, then I would plan on using my pool a little bit longer period of time beyond the summer months, maybe even going into the fall. If you don't plan on using it that much, then maybe not so much needed. It is an extra expense. There's also some maintenance that goes with that. But hiring a good pool company is worth its weight in gold. I recommend you talk to several of them. We have some great pool contractors in the area that do some gorgeous work. A lot of people think you can put a pool in for $50,000, and that's not so much the case anymore. Most of this stuff is picking up over $100,000. In fact, most of it's over $125,000. So some people are actually stepping it up and putting in these elaborate oases in the backyards of their home. Absolutely stunning and gorgeous. So it's very expensive, it's a commitment, and it's something that you need to think of maybe more in the long term. Am I going to be here in this house to really get the enjoyment out of it? It's great when you have little ones. They can have their family and friends over as well. It's a great way to meet your neighbors, network a little bit, have some pool parties. That's the pro. You can have a lot of fun with a pool. The con is it costs a little bit to run it. You have to maintain it. There's some maintenance. There's some weekly things you have to do. But man, once you get that recipe just right, that pool will be sparkling clean, and oh my gosh, you'll just want to jump in as soon as it's 100 degrees out, right? So a pool, love it, great. Make sure you get to use it, enjoy the benefit of it. The con is they're a little expensive at this time, and there's a long waiting list to get it. So houses on the resale market right now with pools are going because they are in high demand. This is Connie Fitzgerald, keeping it real in real estate.